time is starting to run short in this season. The goals, the aspirations are still alive, and we are looking forward to this one here in Week 10 of our coverage of EA Sports College Football. The Golden Eagles headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Spartans offense who will have the football first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Could be an alley. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Ross. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Spartans in the hurry-up.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
Right back to the well. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Under fire. Turns it loose. He's got it way down the field. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Golden Eagles offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Right on the money. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
The Golden Eagles want to move quickly.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this play.
There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Baxter. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. On the draw, it's Morris. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Galloway. And they're able to get him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Oh, he tosses it back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the officials will stop play as they check on the injured Golden Eagle. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Here comes the hurry up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Quick tempo here for the offense. Looking to throw its pace. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Soft spot in the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's in for the touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Might be changing the route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They give it to him again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. On the run, it's Morris. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty. It's 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. To the air, it's Pace. Extending the play. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Golden Eagles want to crank the tempo.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Off the play fake. Floats it out in space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Got the 1st down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
And the extra point was good. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Morris. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. The Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. He might want another play. Leaves it with the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Pulls it in at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Great move. Now he's got room. Turning it on. He's at the 10. All the way in for the touchdown. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Plucks it out of the air. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Reads it, fires complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Snap from the gun on third down. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Second down coming up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll go right back to him. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. He's got it on the move. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. Fourth down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the...
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Spartan! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. Catch in the middle, it's Hayden. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. The Golden Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to throw, it's Pace. Takes the easy one to the back. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And he'll take this one all the way home and into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Number 37 set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Trying to move them on the counter. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Penalties like that will just drive you nuts and ruin drives. Here comes 2nd and 14. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. It's a draw. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Might as well stick with him. Running through contact. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. And the Golden Eagles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Makes the grab. quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. On the ground with the counter. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. He scores for the 5th time in this game. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Awesome job.
Looking for a big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Richmond. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The give on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
Number 97, set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the Wolverines, hoping that clock hits zeros while they're still in front. A victory today would move them to 7-2 and catapult this team forward as they make their stretch run. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. The Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go right back to him. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Turner. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Dropping back, it's Pace. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
It's a draw. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Morris. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up 4th down. The Spartans decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Motion from the wideout. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10. And
maybe some room here. Got enough for the first. And he will house it. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
It's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. If you can't jump out of your gap, you can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Dyer. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Moore. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Leaves it with the back. Still on his feet. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Fires quickly. Still running at the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start off offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The snap sets up to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Running inside. It's Morris. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Spartans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
Number 97, set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside is 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the officials will stop play as they check on the injured Golden Eagle. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Wide open spaces. Past the 10. Hauls it in and takes it in for a touchdown.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play. 68 yards on the touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got the quick pass. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The play-action fake. Here's a hit. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. With this game well in hand, let's take a look at some of the potential Heisman candidates here as we get very late in the season. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. This time he wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Richmond. The Spartans in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get it through the air, using his feet to buy time. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Morris. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. On the option. He'll keep it on second down. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The give to the left side. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got enough for the first. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. Maybe a crease. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. He sends two wideouts right, two to the left on 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Looks as if he's going to run it. Picks up the first down. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. On the option. He'll keep it again on the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. After that run, picked up the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The sure hands, it's Richmond. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Morris. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Keeps it himself. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Makes his man. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point in the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches really make their money, right? How can I get my kids to focus when I know there's probably not a lot to play for down the road? So let's win every game. Let's win every battle. Let's spoil other people's seasons on the way out, even though our season didn't pan the way we wanted it to.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.